You're listening to The Real Estate Report with Brent Gove and Robert Lewis on FM News Talk 92.5 and AM 1530, KFBK.
And good to be with you, where the time is 4:05, and it's a sunny, well, somewhat sunny, 64 degrees. Good to be with you. I'm Brent Gove. Today I have a special guest in studio. He is a hotshot superstar RE/MAX agent from the Bay Area. His name is Johnny B., Johnny Bretthauer. Johnny, good to have you on the show.
Thank you, Brent. Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you bet, you bet. Now, Johnny and I have known each other for years, but I think you've been on the show before. That's right. I've had you on.
I think this is third time.
Third time. Well, today I want him to be on because he is a hotshot, freshly, newly published author. He just wrote his first book on real estate. Why don't you tell everyone what the title of that book is?
It's the Ultimate Home Buyer's Guide.
Okay, great. The ultimate, doesn't that sound great? It's like the ultimate hamburger. You know, if I was going to eat a hamburger, I want that book. But the Ultimate Home Buyer's Guide. In fact, you can get it at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble. Johnny, before we went to break, we promised him, we got back to him, what was happening with bank repos, foreclosed properties, REOs, all the same thing, different terminology.
Active listings for foreclosures, 87% drop in 12 months.
Wow. So there's hardly any, you could say.
Right. And 96% drop in short sales. Everybody was talking about how short sales was going to be the new REO.
The big wave, and that's even worse?
Well, it's dropping. So all of this is dropping.
There's a lot of the markets. We've seen a big gain in appreciation. I think what's happening is people that were upside down are now right side up.
You're right. 2005 to 2007, we had a peak. In Mountain View, in Cupertino, in Sunnyvale, we're past that peak by a lot.
Wow. Did you guys just hear that? So back at the peak, do you happen to know what those peak numbers were? It's okay if you don't.
I don't, but year over year, we're up 20%, 19.6 in Mountain View, Sunnyvale 17.2%. These are enormous numbers.
Oh yeah, we had 18 and 19% gains for Roseville, Rockland, El Dorado Hills, a lot of different areas in Sacramento. But the difference is the prices were $200,000-300,000, on median numbers. Now your price range, for example, let's take Cupertino.
Right.
What can a typical house cost there?
$1.2 million.
Okay, now you take that at 17%, and we're talking
quite a bit of money,
quite a bit of change. So,
but here's the exciting thing: there's some great jobs around those cities, Cupertino, Mountain View, but the people that are working there often have to go a little bit of ways to find the great opportunity. Santa Clara is where I'm selling a lot of homes to these high-end.
So Santa Clara is the great market with a lot of potential for upswing and very reasonable.
Absolutely. Hasn't even reached the previous peak.
Why do you think that is?
It's just, as you get a little bit further away from the job, you add a commute. There's a quality of life issue. But there's a quality of life issue to how would you like a mortgage for $1.2 million? I
think you just made a lot of people choke, Johnny B. They're like, no, we don't want that. And you're saying that's a good deal.
Well, the average home in Santa Clara is $630,000, so that's about half. So that's worth a few minutes on the freeway.
So a few minutes, wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah, it's enormous. So it's a great place for a person to start out. If they want to live in Cupertino, there's a jump or two sometimes between where you are and where you want to be.
Wow. Amazing stuff. So where are these young couples getting their 20% down? I mean, you're talking about a couple $100,000 on $1 million property. Have they saved it up? Are mom and dad helping them? What do you normally see? What do you guys see? It's not a problem us Sacramento realtors deal with every day. And usually if someone does buy $1 million property, they're putting $500,000-700,000 down and they're more mature. And let's say it's not their first home in Sacramento. Now, you got first-time home. Where are they getting their cash? We want to know, right? Don't we?
I'll tell you where. We have a whole lot of people that have super high degrees, phenomenal credentials. We have people that are immigrating with H-1B genius visas, and they have great jobs.
These people make a ton of dough, and they've earned the money themselves. Mom and dad aren't just plunking down, here's a couple $100,000.
Sometimes, but most of the time they're saving up their money. The average client of mine is about 31 years old. They're buying their first home. They usually have the money in the bank to do it. They have a great career. Many of them have master's degrees, from Ivy League schools. They've earned it.
They've earned it, and now they're paying for it because they got the big house.
Well, they're investing in it. If you've got a big house and it's going up
17%,
even a little bit, it's a big thing.
$1 million to 17%, $170,000. Not even you take into account the compounding effect. Wow, amazing stuff. So, whew. Well, with that, we're going to go to Dave in Modesto. Dave, are you there?
Yes, we are.
Hey, welcome to the show. Do you have a question or comment for myself or Johnny B?
Yeah, I'd like to ask Johnny B. What he wrote in that Ultimate Buyer's Guide that's going to help our clients. I know he's fixed on the Bay Area, and it's a different situation over there.
Then Modesto, sure. Are you an agent, Dave?
Yeah, yes, we are. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I heard you say clients, so I figured you're an agent. I kind of picked up on that.
I think I know who this is. Is your wife's name Lynn?
Yes, she is.
Johnny B, he's good. He's good. All right, so Johnny B, let's have it. From Dave, how is this book going to actually help people?
Well, I think it's really important that you understand in an upward market, if you're working in a way that you can get your offer accepted earlier rather than go through a long learning curve, you're going to save tens of thousands of dollars.
True.
So if you got $1 million property and it's going up even 1% a month, that's $10,000 a month. And the rate of increase is more like 2%. So that's a very expensive learning curve if you go through the typical 6-month trial and error, placing lowball offers, not understanding the market.
Let me stop you real quick, because he's talking about how's it going to help our people in Modesto or Sacramento, where we're not. That is not our normal. But I want to speak to what you just said, because if you go 6 months, we're seeing $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 jumps in 6 months, no problem.
And that's the most expensive class you will ever take.
There you go.
So that's why it's really important to get some education, not only through this book, but also through sitting down with a quality agent and understanding what you need to do to get yourself credentialed and trained so that you can do a good job in negotiations. And those negotiations are going to be done by your agent, so you got to make sure that you're working with a quality person like Brent Gove and his team.
This book gives you all those tips?
Yeah, there's negotiation tactics. It discusses the importance of having a buyer strategic consultation. It's a soup and nuts kind of thing.
A to Z. Dave, did that help answer your question at all?
Yeah, it does. And Johnny, congratulations on your success.
Hey, Dave, what real estate company do you work for down in Modesto?
Remax Executive.
Oh, it's fun. Wow, I'm shocked. And so, Dave, you're an active agent down in Modesto for Remax.
Yes, and we got a wonderful listing coming up here pretty quick in a couple of weeks. Let
me ask you a question, Dave. Is your home area tight on inventory too?
Oh, it's very tight.
Very tight. That's why you're like, we got a listing coming up. It's like gold, isn't it, Dave? We got to go to break, Dave. Thanks for calling. We'll be back after this.
This is the Real Estate Report with Brent Gove on FM News Talk 92.5 and AM 1530 KFBK.
Okay, we got very little time left, so we're going to tell you how to get the PDF of the Ultimate Home Buyer's Guide. Johnny B, how do they get a copy of this book?
Okay, so please don't call Brent for that unless you want to list a house. If you want to list a house, call him all day long. But if you want a copy of the book, make sure you email me. It's at sold, S-O-L-D, at gojohnnyb.com. I got special permission from the publisher to do this. The book itself is going to be launched on the 21st. All royalties are donated to Marketing for Good.
Yep. So there you go. They're donating all the profit of this book to charity. Johnny B, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you, Brent.
You're awesome. We love you. And again, they email you to get a copy of the book. We got to go. Bye for now.